The 75th session of the UN opened Tuesday on a changed New York City. The meetings and speeches are still happening, but the crowds and traffic are not.
So this year we'll be having video statements delivered in our large, iconic General Assembly Hall, and we'll have one person per every member state in the General Assembly Hall in order to cut down on numbers because of COVID-19.
Yet the new online format has increased the number of world leaders taking part in these virtual meetings, says UN spokesman Brendan Varma.
So actually this year, because it's virtual, we're actually seeing bigger numbers of world leaders that are going to address the General Assembly. So this year we have around almost 120 heads of state that will be giving addresses via video message. Also around 54 heads of government, which includes prime ministers. So we're definitely seeing larger numbers. In the past, we would have had around 70 to 80 heads of state briefing in person, and this year it's almost 120.
New Yorkers who live nearby the UN building have mixed feelings about the absence of foreign visitors this year.
I live in the neighborhood and I've been living here for about 5 years, and it's very busy, and also it feels a little bit dangerous at night. So I'm really happy that this time UN is not in session, they just do it virtually.
It's actually a big event here, and it's kind of exciting to see people from all over the world coming here to try and help make the planet a better place for everybody. I also feel bad for the small businesses in the area.
While New York City has largely curbed the pandemic with restrictive social measures, a full economic recovery could take years, say experts. A study by a civic group, Partnership for New York City, says 1/3 of the city's small businesses, or some 77,000 employers, will likely vanish because of the lack of economic activity. The UN General Assembly, with thousands of international participants, could have eased the city's financial burden, but not with this year's online format.
The United Nations is right down the block. Normally, there are hundreds of people who are here for breakfast, happy hour, lunch, and dinner, so it will affect our bottom line.
On the other hand, New Yorkers will not miss street closures and block-long lines of cars stretching through parts of Manhattan, which normally happen when the General Assembly is in session.
I like the fact that there'll be less traffic and congestion.
The absence of that familiar UN bustle is one more indicator that COVID-19 has not been conquered.
But I also think it's a kind of sad reminder that the whole world has been put on pause. I'm hopeful it'll come back next year.
Aaron Fedor for VOA News, New York.